Adam and Eve have already had their boys, Cain and Abel, and we all know how that story tragically ended. But God, in his amazing grace, gives them another son. This is where Genesis chapter 5 picks up, and it's basically the world's very first super long episode of Who Do You Think You Are? It's the family tree that connects the first man, Adam, all the way to a guy you've definitely heard of, Noah. It all starts, of course, with Adam. When God created him, it says he was made in the likeness of God. How cool is that? So Adam is living his life, and at the ripe old age of 130, and you thought your parents were old when they had you, he has a son who is in his own likeness. This son's name is Seth. After Seth was born, Adam lived for another 800 years. Can you even imagine? He had other sons and daughters too. All in all, Adam lived to be 930 years old. Then the Bible hits us with this phrase we'll hear a lot, and he died. It's a somber reminder of the consequences of that forbidden fruit. Next up is Seth. He lives 105 years and has a son named Enoch. It was Enoch's time, the Bible notes elsewhere, that people began to call upon the name of the Lord. That's a pretty awesome legacy. After having Enoch, Seth lives another 807 years, having more kids along the way. Total tally for Seth, 912 years. And then, and he died. The family album continues. Enoch has his son Kenan at age 90. He then sticks around for another 815 years. Kenan's final age, 905 years. And he died. You seeing the pattern here? It's a long list of fathers and sons, each living for an incredibly long time. Kenan has Mahalalel at age 70. He lives to be 910. Mahalalel has Jared at age 65. He lives to be 895. Jared has Enoch at age 162. He lives to be 962. It's just a simple, powerful rhythm. He lived, he had a son, he had more kids, and he died. It shows us that God was faithfully keeping humanity going, generation after generation. But then the pattern breaks, and it's one of the most amazing moments in the whole Old Testament. We get to Jared's son, Enoch. Enoch is different. The Bible doesn't just say he lived. It says that after he had his son Methuselah, Enoch walked faithfully with God for 300 years. This wasn't just a casual stroll. It implies a deep, intimate, moment-by-moment relationship. He was best friends with the creator of the universe. And because of this incredible relationship, a different ending. After 365 years on earth, a short, life by their standards, the Bible says he was no more because God took him away. Enoch didn't die. He literally walked so closely with God that one day he just walked right into eternity. No sickness, no old age, no funeral. How mind-blowingly awesome is that? It's this little glimmer of hope, a sneak peek that death doesn't have the final say and that a relationship with God is the most important thing in life and beyond it. After that incredible story, we're back to the family tree. Enoch's son is Methuselah. You've probably heard of him. He holds the record for the oldest person who ever lived. Methuselah has his son, Lamech, at 187 and then lives another 782 years. His grand total is an absolutely staggering 969 years. 969. Imagine the stories he could tell. And then, like all the others before him, except his dad, and he died. Something interesting about Methuselah's name is that it's thought to mean, when he is dead, it shall be sent. And guess what? The very year Methuselah died is the year the Great Flood began. It's a powerful sign of God's patience and perfect timing. Next, Lamech has a son at 182. But when this baby is born, Lamech says something profound. He names his son Noah, which means rest or comfort. Lamech says, he will comfort us in the labor and painful toil of our hands caused by the ground the Lord has cursed. After centuries of hard work and struggle, Lamech had this hope that his son would bring a new kind of rest. He had no idea how right he was, but probably not in the way he imagined. Lamech lives to be 777 years old, a pretty significant number, and then he dies. This leaves Noah. The chapter ends with Noah. By the time he's 500 years old, he has 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And that's where the curtain falls on chapter 5. It's more than just a list of names and numbers. It's a story of God's faithfulness, a bridge connecting the first man, Adam, to the man God would use to save humanity, Noah. It's a beautiful, powerful, and sometimes head-scratchingly long story of God's unfolding plan for all of us.